Hello, fellow nerds. Here we go. Up to another session of Legendary Kingdoms. Took a little hiatus over the holidays after our, was it a TPK? Ooh, it's like those old serials trying to figure out, did he die? Like at the what made oh shoot, what was her name? Kathy Bates's character Misery, which made her so mad because she saw the guy go over the cliff in the car. You cockanini, blah, blah. Anyway, so that's what happened with us. But like the mighty phoenix of yore, we will rise from the ash. And we'll see how it goes for everybody. Currently, we got a couple people on. It looks like I needed to. Hey, there's Mike. Hey, Mike. And I know Morgan is in as well because I allowed her into the dice rolling app. Yep, Morgan and Mike are in. What else? There was like something. Oh, music. As usual, a little behind schedule. I always think it's like, oh, it'll just take me 10 minutes to set this up, and it always takes longer. So let's get some music going here. I think it's this one. Let me double check this here. This is it. Remember this? Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right. It's back. It's like comfort food back in Legendary Kingdoms here after going into Grimscar for a while. Again, we're planning on doing this again this Thursday. And then I think the following Tuesday, Thursdays will work for me. And then I think my theater schedule starts going crazy, and we may have to figure out some new timing. As always, you can do that on the Discord. We can chat about that because I obviously want to get, especially you two. You guys are my OGs, my original gamers. Want to get you guys in as many, as much as we can here, especially with this. You guys have played. I think we may have missed one episode of Morgan in this one. Here we go. It looks like it's currently just the three of us. I don't know if Barry's joining or Caspar or AJ or any of the other peeps, but I'm happy just for the two of us. And what are we doing? Like, what is happening to our characters? This was we did decide to let them survive the encounter. And I think this was a good idea. It wasn't because we all did gain when we gained a level. We all gained a stat. And we got to choose where we put it, which is pretty good. But then we all lost a stat. But that's not the equivalent because we chose what to lose. And honestly, we just lost our dump stats. The hardest choice was Tasha. We actually chose to have her lose her overall health because whenever we roll team checks, we need two characters. And Tasha always seemed to be that second character because she's kind of like the jack of all trades. So it just made the most sense. We couldn't lose fighting for her. So we just lowered her max HP. And that kind of hurts a little bit. And we lost some shields we gathered, which is worth some money. So we've definitely taken a hit. Let's just go to the passage that we're on, then we'll look at the map and try to figure out how are we going to dust ourselves off here. Yeah, as Morgan says, it had to be her health, and it did because there was no other option. We need her to keep the fighting skill. She's the best at stealth. What else? Her lore, I think she was second best with lore. Her survival, I think, was second best, and her charisma was second best, I think. So we really needed her on everything else. I think I may have froze a little bit. At least my camera from my angle looks like I froze. We shall see. But let me know if I'm still coming in, at least audio-wise. But to me, it looks like my camera froze. But it looks like my audio is still clicking right along, so I'm fine with that. I hope the dice are kinder to us. Morgan says she hopes the dice are kinder to us tonight than in Grimscar. Woof. Man, we had a tough time with that. So we're here at 860, and let me know in the chat if I froze. Audio's good, but did the video freeze up on me? That seemed to be pretty not great. I have an idea why it's doing that. Got audio, but I buffer occasionally. Yeah, let me know how the video went. Yeah, it looks like it's looking a little choppy. Video's back, but it was out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something now. Okay, give me a second. Which was shut down a lot of other things running on my computer. Because it just got a few things going on in the background that I don't need. Like that. Go away. Force quit. That. Don't need. Go away. Force quit. Anyway, so our choices were, you're not sorry to be leaving the Temple of the Unbroken, which we have changed to the Temple of the Broken. Where will you go now? I'm going to bring up the map in a second, but these are our choices. And remember, we only have 2 health each, so we have to get somewhere safe. Go north to the Withered Steppes, which we know nothing about. West into the desert, where we can make some survival rolls and fail. I feel like a big mistake of ours was not choosing that wolf spell that grabs a wolf and it's able to pull you out and save you, and adding an extra 3 to your survival. South towards the coast, or east towards the North Road. So I'm going to bring us to the map, and then I'm going to keep tinkering to get my my internet a little bit better here. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to... Here we go. Here's our map. So where do we want to go while I'm shutting down applications? Actually, video seems to be going pretty good right now. Let's see here. I got a few more things I can close down, but right now it seems to be doing okay. So please let me know if video is going bad, because I know what's going on, and I need to... there's just a couple more things I can do, but I don't feel like doing it right now. I wanted fast travel to an inn, thank you. No kidding. So Mike is saying east to the North Road. We are currently, I don't know if you can see my icon or not, but we are at the Temple of the Unbroken, which is just west-northwest of Cursus. We don't want to go to Cursus. Or maybe we do, but we know if we go into Cursus, they're going to tax the crap out of us. The North Road, and then try to make our way back to Lutenesh, because we know there's an inn there. That's where the... Yeah, I agree. Everything else seems pretty risky. Going west into the desert sounds terrible unless we find this oasis. South to the coast, there's these ruins that we don't know much about. Yeah, it looks like back towards Lutenesh. So let's... Oh my gosh, we don't have much going here for us. Let's just try to get back to these to the North Road and make our way back to Lutenesh. Let's see how that works. Okay, here we go. East to the North Road. Here we go. Also, let's see what everybody lost here. Just so checking out our stats. We have so Jessica lost. Probably took like gimped up her leg a little bit, and so she's less stealthy. Akihiro took a head injury. He lost some of his lore. Tasha maybe just inhaled a whole bunch of the dust. And let's give her some like kind of tuberculosis cough. So her lungs are all screwed up from all the dust from this cave-in. And then Lord Taekwon, what did he lose? Survival? Or charisma? Yeah, maybe just made him even more of a butthole. I can't remember which one he lost. But, all right, let's get going here. We are going east towards the North Road. 822. Where's that at? Gosh darn, I got this thing covering things up. Your travel... Oh, hang on. I got to move the map. There. Let's see here. Let's get us off this screen, and then I'll read. Book. Just waiting for it to go. There we go. So, and sometimes the video does get a little screwy when I switch screens too, so that could be part of it as well. All right, here we go. You're traveling along the North Road, a built-up highway that links the main cities of the valley. In the distance, the slab-like black temples of Cursus can be seen, dominated the horizon like thugs. Priests of Cursus are common here, and they move up and down the caravans, collecting their taxes. God dang these guys, as they go. Soon you are approached. They intend to levy a luxuries tax upon you. If you have code 100, I know we don't have 100. Read on. Count the number of items on your adventure sheet. I have it right here. That won't take long. That grant +2 or greater bonus. Ignoring shields. Okay, I don't think that's anything. Let me double check. Shields are the only thing that gives us a +2. Great, okay. For each item, you must pay the Cursite taxman 100 silver. Yeesh. Well, great. Thankfully, we don't have that. So, only items being carried by your party members count. Items in the vault are safe. Whatever. If you cannot or will not pay, turn to 109. Well, we don't need to. Otherwise, grumbling at the greed of the priest, you march on having paid the extortionate tax. Okay, great. That's fine. We can deal with that. For what it's worth, we have 340 silver. I believe that Lord Taekwon has only one spell remaining. He has cast... I'll pop it up on the screen here. You guys can remind me. Whoops, that was Discord. He has... And then Ice Bolt. The only thing he hasn't done is Poison Stream, I think. So, yeah. That's what we... that's what we're looking at here. So, anyway. Ooh, boy. This is looking choppy. Yeah, but remind me if I'm wrong about that, chat. Let me know if it is. I'm almost positive he not cast Poison Stream. I know he cast Armor. I can't quite remember if he cast Ice Bolt, but I think he did. So let's be amazing. So 458 and go south to Cursus. No, we are going up. You're traveling along the north road that stretches between Cursus and Lutnesh. Armed convoys from the mystical city of Chalice roll by, along with scores of travelers. Watering stops dot the ragged highway, with merchants paying a few silver coins a time to feed their laboring dragon yaks. Roll a die. Oh, this is the first time we've had like a random encounter. Morgan, you are first in my chat. Roll a die, and I'm going to see if I did this right. Oh, don't roll yet. Eek. I have this little thing. I think I'm going to catch where your die is going to go so I don't have to change my dice tray. But Morgan, roll a d6. And where it's to the left of my die menu, let's see if a dice pops up there. So Morgan, roll your d6. I do notice with Owlbear Rodeo, sometimes I can see out of the corner of my eye dice rolling. Oh, I almost got it. Oh, it's a 5. I just need to stretch the screen more. 5. Here we go. That's probably good, right? I'm assuming a 1 is either really good or really bad. So I'm going to be happy with this this 5 here. Okay, what do we got? I'm buffering really bad. It may be me. I think it's more me than Oh, you said you have a storm going on, Morgan. Is that correct? How's your buffering, Mike? I think you said you had storms in the area. I'm seeing it too, Morgan. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hang on, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I know what to do. Give me 1 second. Where's it at? It would be this, I think. There we go. That should have made it better, and some snow. Oh, wow, you got snow. Wow, okay. I bet that's already going to help what I just did. I'm going to try one more thing here. Let's see here. Which one did I need to get? Not that. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Let's try this for a bit, and let me know if it's getting any worse. I can turn off some more things. I'm just dealing with some externals that I have to deal with. Okay. Digging the tunes, yeah. Okay, so we rolled the dice. We rolled a 5. We are going to 477. And again, keep me posted. There's more things I can do. Where will you travel now? North to Lutnesh. Yes. You have come to Lutnesh. Yay! This is the same typical thing we get when we come to Lutnesh. We are going to the Cold River Inn. The rice farmers is where the guy that told us to go get the brooch was. We should go punch him in the face, but he'd probably kill us because we're so weak right now. Cold River Inn. The Cold River Inn. Build a sticks. If we have A6, do we have A6? Where's it at? I'm sure we do. I think that's just we join the. Yeah, we have A6. Okay, if you have A6, we go to 562. If you have A7, okay. Jesus, should have kept that up. Sorry, I'm just bouncing back and forth between all my little windows here. A7. Do you have A7? Let's see. We do. Okay, if you have A7, turn to 263. Okay. Okay, we're hanging out with the Everchild's hideout. That's what we're doing. Around you, generals and captains of our army swirl in great preparations for the forthcoming battle. Yeah, we are not ready. Do we want to speak with her? We are not ordering the attack on Salt Dad. I feel like if we speak with her, there's not much more to say, right? But we could try to speak with her, but should we just rest first? Which one are we up for here? Which one should we, what should we do here? Rest, yeah, let's rest first, then we can try to speak with her in a second. Okay, here we go. Rest. Take the opportunity to rest at the end. Yay! For every 5 silver, each party member can recover 1 health point. Spellcasters can also recharge their spells. So 5 silver. We need to gain... looks like we need to spend 30 silver to get everyone back to max health. And we're going to do that. So let's do that. 8, 7, 6. Okay. And that was 30 silver. That puts it down to 310. And did we want to recharge any of his spells? It's 50 gold. I always call it gold. I'm so in like D&D currency. Silver. It costs 50 silver for us to recharge spells. Currently, we do not have the armor spell, and we do not have the ice bolt spell, I'm pretty sure. How are we feeling about that? We should recharge his spells. Okay, that's another 100. We're down to 210. But everything is recharged. We are back to fighting, quote-unquote, shape. He's not very useful. Back to the hideout. I feel like there was nothing more to say to her, but it's worth seeing if there's anything left. If you have code A28, A28. Let's see here. Gosh, I keep having to pop this thing out. We do not, given her so far. Particularly if you have harmed the Iron King or raised new armies for her. Nope. Give me a second. What's going on? Yes. If you have fallen on hard times and have no money or equipment, oh, that's nice. She'll give us some. She'll give us some money and crude blades if we don't have any anything. I do wish we had that wolf spell. Exactly. That thing that would have saved us this last TBK. We would have gotten out of that collapsing temple, and we would not have lost. I've already forgotten her name, Amelia. So, but nonetheless, if you fall on hard times and have no money or equipment, we get crude blades. And she gives us 100 coins, but we have coins, so we don't need to deal with that anymore. So let's see what we got here. I guess we're leaving Lutnesh. Now, here's the question. Where are we going? I'm going to bring up that map again, and I do have a list of quests things here that I can read off here as well. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up the map. Yeah, I really needed to get... God dang it. I really need this external monitor. I've just got so much open right now. I'm just having trouble clicking around. Here's the map. We're in Lutnesh, which is kind of between Saltdad and the Withered Steppes, just northwest of Chalice. We have... Oh gosh darn it, I closed that, didn't I? In my excitement to close all the things that was slowing my computer down, I actually closed the thing I needed, which is... I think it's in here. Yes, it is. Quests. So open that back up. Hey, Avery's on. Avery. Oh my god, AJ. I just called you Avery. AJ's on. Hey everyone, it doesn't seem like we're in the mortal peril, which is already an improvement the last few times I've jumped in. Oh, I know, Mark. The chat window's nice just because I need to see it. Because sometimes I can't see my own chat window. So that's why it's actually nice for me. And the chat window actually takes up not much space, honestly. For me, I'm talking about my setup in regards to all the stuff that I have, my pop-ups and stuff that are covering my two monitors right now. That's what I'm trying to navigate. Yeah, it's not the interface with this. It's the interface on my computer and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 windows I have open. So hey AJ, we could use the help because we're actually a couple players down this eve. So we'll teach you the ropes here. It's actually a really fun system. And, but we got the living hell beat out of us, last session. We kind of have a retcon TPK we're dealing with. If you can see this map, we're currently in Lutnesh. This is where, like, this Everchild person is. We escaped from Saltdad as runaway slaves from a, gladiator kind of contest kind of thing. And, we're just trying to, like, raise an army and doing a really poor job of it. And we don't really know where to go. We've learned if we go to places that aren't mentioned, we just get our butts handed to us. Time to take on a dragon. Oh, never mind then, huh? Yeah, we're kind of the same thing. There is a dragon up in the salt mines. It's actually, I won't give spoilers for that. Lutenesh, well, we didn't do that. Chalice, we have the Akihiro monk fights. These go home. It is possible we go back to Salt Dad. Like, there's been no one looking for us. So because we rightfully so, when we escaped from the Colosseum, we just pieced out of town. We've been away for a while. I somehow doubt we're ready to take a dragon. We tried to find a brooch, and we got killed by snake people in a falling temple. That's what happened. Akihiro took on some monks at his temple and tried to bring honor back to his family and failed. So we've been doing a lot of failing. We've had like 2 like really cool like special like break-in missions. We failed. We couldn't get into them. So we're a little bit like bad news bears here. Cursus animus mast. I'm feeling the if I had a nickel, exactly. I have heard online, this is my spoiler, this is the one spoiler I know about the game. People are talking about the combat system. And they're saying like one enemy is much easier than multiple enemies. And I have heard that the dragon is not actually that difficult. That people are surprised how quickly they can kill the dragon. I will put that out there. That could get our feet back underneath us and possibly some treasure. Because the salt mine was like the first like place we were given. But we were also like killing troglodytes. And then like, oh, there's a dragon down there. In which we rightfully so, we're like, we're not doing that. But there is apparently a dragon in the salt mines. That is a possibility. Salt Dad, we didn't even explore Salt Dad. We like left. So that is an area we could try to hit. And just kind of, because I guess it makes sense. We have been gone for a while. I don't know if we'd be recognized, but that could turn out really, really bad because there is, what is his name? Like, oh, the Death Engine. What's that dude's name? He looks like Juggernaut. Like Sorlak, the Death Engine or something like that. He's looking for us. So yeah, so AJ, this is a very open-ended, really awesome choose-your-own-adventure. This is book 1, and what you see on this map is every place in book 1, and we just kind of go, and all of our choices make sense. The combat system's super fun. That's it, Malrenak the Death Engine. That's a great name. If you think we can take on a dragon, I know, again, that is I've been teasing that for a while. Like, well, then there's that. No, I don't want to say that's a spoiler. I keep saying there's one spoiler I know. And I do say it's about combat, but that's it. They're just saying they were surprised because people get overconfident. They kill a dragon. Like, oh my God, we can do anything. And then like Town's Guard will kill them in the next session. So, that is a possibility. And I'm assuming it's sitting on some loot. We made a good bit of money in that salt mine, and that would close out a location for us. The Temple Unbroken broke us. The Caves of Uranu, that was like for a death god or something. And I feel like that's like an Akihiro quest or something like that. And we did not get that quest. We chose, there were like 4 paths or 6 paths or something like that. And we just chose one randomly and whoosh, character dead. Like there's nothing, well, there was something we could do about it. We just failed our survival saving roll, which we always do. And lost our only healing spell with that character's death. We can't do anything. I know. We haven't even heard of the Black Wall. We don't even know what that is. This oasis we haven't heard of. And Law's Breath, that is where there's like these Indiana Jones expeditions going on out into the jungle. So that is a place we can go to, but that is I guess if we went straight across the Great West Road, when we hit Clifftop, we could make our way south. That'd be a way to get to Law's Breath. We lay down in the streets and expire. That is a possibility as well. Anyway, the world is open to us. The things that I have written down, the salt mine, there's a dragon at the bottom. Lutenesh is where the Everchild is, and the farmer who wants his wife's brooch. We can tell him where to shove that brooch, because we had a temple fall on our head trying to find it. We didn't even find the stupid thing. It was in one of 2 rooms. There was the room that had there's a room that had like the sphere of darkness in it, like it was just unpenetrable darkness. And we just were scared to go into it. And then there was another room where it just kept getting narrower and narrower and narrower. And we decided not to go into those rooms. And the brooch had to be in one of those 2 rooms. Salt Dad, we were given the task to poison the elite town guard in the garrison. Cursus, it's best to, as we've learned, to approach by sea to avoid the tax. But we just dealt with some people. Granted, we weren't in Cursus. They were just on the road, and they wanted some money for any good items we had. I'm still so freaking mad that we didn't find that brooch, says Morgan. Rightfully so. Cursus houses possible museum artifacts. Animus Most, which is to our north, that is where we can get information on the golems. And we have learned that the death engine is a golem. So it may not be this book we overthrow the government. We may need to go to other areas to get our information. We do have an army of like randos. We're supposed to like go to these towns as well and build up the armies for the Everchild. That's something else. We could try to hit Saltad and hit Clifftop. And then I have Longport Bay. Oh, whoops. That's Sar Jessica Dane's family is from that area, and they used to rule it. Now they're in second. And there's a place called St. Ellis in Tir Mundus. There's this dude called St. Ellis who banished Abraxas the demon, and he still lives. He's like some like Gandalf godlike figure. Anyway, that's where we kind of left off. That was a long, detailed history. What are we looking at? Where do we think we should go? I'm going to move this map a little bit so anyone watching after we do the stream can actually see what's happening in the chat. We lie down and die. Still mad. Okay, you guys are still licking your wounds. Headed to Clifftop. Should we just start headed west? Is that so? We got a vote to just take the Great West Road and just start heading west. We'll hit Saltad, see if anything bad happens, and then keep moving. How's that sound? So AJ, this is a good time to join us because we're going into uncharted territory for us. It sounds like, unless we try to get this stupid dragon, which again, that's what I heard. I have not looked at its stats. I don't know, but people did say that. And we could use a win. If the dragon is easier, maybe we can get a win and then hit Clifftop. That's true as well. That's what Morgan says. AJ, what do you think? The person who has no idea about this game or our story or how it works. What do you think we should do? Hello. Hey, Kaspar's here. If the others want to take on a dragon, I won't complain. So Kaspar, good timing. We are talking about this dragon in the salt mine. Oh, you missed last session too. Yeah, we almost got a TPK, and we kind of did, and we had to permanently lower your health by a stat. That was fun. Dragon! So, Kaspar, everyone wants to fight a dragon. I have read online it is easy to kill. And we need a win because we have been getting our butts handed to us. So we are doing a dragon. Let's see here. Feel free to join on AJ and Kaspar. Join the DICE app. Hop on in when you get a chance, and let's start making our way towards the dragon, I guess, towards the salt mines. Let's see what happens. If this ends badly for us, I'll do something to remedy it. If we die again, we blame Avery. That's exactly where I'm going with this, Morgan. I will personally get you all. I watched it back. I'm fine with the reduction of my hit point. It made the most sense. I was talking about that at the beginning of this session. Like, your character is our best stealth character and is secondary in everything else. Like, for every team check, we have to have your character involved. And health was the only one that made any sense to us. So yeah, that's why we had to do that. That was a really, I'm sure you saw us agonizing over that choice. You were the last one we picked because your character is so needed in like all of our team checks. So let's go back to the book, and we will go to this mines. And now we have 4 of you playing, which is great. So we can all get you guys rolling against the dragon, and I can just roll the dragon. The dragon is on the bottom floor. AJ, it's pinned. The where we are is pinned. The DICE app is pinned to this to the chat. Okay, let's do it. Salt to the salt mines of the stone walls, the finger-like crags soaring high into the burning sky. Cut into the roots of a tall mountain are the infamous salt mines of Salt Dad. Who's your salt daddy? Dozens of warehouses are scattered around the entrance of the mine, with workers boiling away the salt from the rock with water drawn from the cold river to the east. Copy, I'm still finishing up some work, so I can't roll just yet, but give me a few minutes. Shut up, AJ. Below your feet and deep into the mountain, you know that thousands of slaves toil in the grim darkness. The mine guards bring you to the owners, hard-faced men with unflinching stares. If you have code A1... No, we killed them. We're losing so many slaves, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? We killed them. Unless you came to arrange salt transports. We didn't do that. We can transport salt ships to ships moored in Clifftop or Cursus. Ooh. So this is where we can buy some salt, because we can get ships eventually in this game. We could actually buy salt for our ships. That may come in handy at some point. That's good to know. But yeah, accept the mission to hunt the troglodytes is what we should do, because that is what's going to... we just go down to the bottom level. All right. You have entered the salt mines, a place of Stygian hell where the slaves work tirelessly under the lash to extract glittering salt rock from the chamber walls. The air itself is dry and salty, and seems to rob your mouth of moisture with each breath. Your way is lit miserly by a lamp you have borrowed from the overseer. He talks about the troglodyte infection that we got rid of. And he says, avoid the lowest level, it's uninhabitable. Yeek! It sounds like a breeding ground for troglodytes. Dragon trouble, he says. Which level of the mine will you explore? The lowest level? Yeah, we doing this? I'm totally... Yeah, I'm gonna owe you guys something if I kill us here. Because this one is totally my fault. Because I know you would have avoided this if it wasn't for me. But I think we can do it. Let's do it. Okay. Caspar says 222. It's fine. The lift slams onto the surface of the 15th level. This is the deepest portion of the mine, long since abandoned by the workers. If you have A27, I don't think we do. I need to, you know what? An easier way for me to do this, I can just look at it. We do not have A27. We have 24 through 26, which means we've taken out the previous levels. We do not have A27. You creep carefully down the tunnels until they open what? A jar of mayonnaise? Oh, into a sizable cavern. Curled up into a tight ball, you see the fish-white scales of a terrible salt dragon sleeping on a pile of human bones and scattered treasure. Its eyes flick open, and it puffs sharply, trying to scare you off. Will you fight the dragon, or carefully back away to the lift? And you are correct, Mike. We cannot return to 12, 13, or 14, those levels, because we have the particular codes that cut us off from doing that. So yeah, we can't return there and kill more troglodytes for easy money. That would be nice. Fight. Okay, Morgan. Again, I'm acting like it's all Morgan's fault. This is totally on me. Few mortals dare to face a dragon and live. This will be a formidable battle. Let's see. It rolls 10 dice. That sucks. But it has to get a 5 or above. So it's only doing like 2 damage around. 2 or 3 damage around. Its defense is 4, so we hit it half of our hits, and it has 40 health. That's not... I don't think that's too bad. Note, if ever the salt dragon... Ooh, here's the dragon right here. Ooh, look, that's Sir Jessica, and that's Lord Qui-Gon, or whatever his name is. Okay. If ever the salt dragon ends a round without inflicting even a single point of health damage on one of your party members, it will become enraged and breathe a blast of fire. When this happens, every party member loses 3 health with no armor save. Okay, that sucks. But that's if nobody takes damage. Well, then you know what we do? We just kind of olay it, and we just... As long as one person takes 1 point of damage for the team, that saves us from 12 points of damage. So that's a way to mitigate that. Let's make the dragon feel good about himself, because he obviously has some self-esteem issues. And somebody goes, "Ow, that really hurt, I'm bleeding," and then he doesn't use his breath weapon. Huh? Metagaming a little? Yeah? That's what I'm going for. Okay, Yeek. Okay, I can mark up the page now like I was doing earlier. There it is. Okay. So, let's do some combat. AJ, you're the mage. Have fun with that. We'll explain how it works for you. So, how this works is a D6 system. And AJ, if you can't go, we can all just decide what we want to do with the, how we want to work this for your character. But it's just a D6 system. We are fighting, so we roll the number of dice equal to, so for instance, Sir Jessica has a fighting score of 6. She rolls 6 dice. She rolls 6d6, and then you can see right here on the dragon's defense, it's defense 4+. Every dice that is a 4 or above counts as a hit. That's it. It's actually a pretty simple system, but this is like all of our skills are like that. If we're making a stealth check, Akihiro would roll 3d6, and we would know how many successes we need and the number we need to hit. So it's actually a pretty fun fun but tricky system. Oh, there, I got you. I'm bringing you in right now, AJ. Boink. So who is up first? Yeah, so I don't think we have to use our armor so we can let at least like a point in, but we also do go kind of one at a time. So he's going to hit us at least once per round. So I'm not overly concerned by that. But let's, who's up for, should I just go in order? Morgan? Should we have Akihiro go first, or should we do Sir Jessica like we usually do? Who feels like stepping up to the plate first? Anyone got an itch? Mike? All right, let's go. Mike, Sir Jessica Dane. This is our fighter of the group. Her sister was our like our fighter wizard, our mage knight, and died. Fell into the quicksand. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it over in the corner. That's fun. Ooh, 1, 2. I see a 4 and a 6. And we need a 4 or above. Yeah, not a mage. Now we can see it better. 4, so it looks like just 2 hits. Not a great start. So it's down to 38. Not a great start, but not awful. 38. Okay. What are we thinking now? Here we go. Who just went? That's 1 hit for, who is that? Caspar? Man, my setup is not great today. I think that was Caspar. The light blue, I think, has been Caspar, right? No, maybe not. Was that Morgan? Two more for Morgan. Okay. 36. Okay, not an amazing start. Gosh, dang it. I'm having some trouble with my setup here. This is Caspar, I'm assuming. Caspar rolled. Wow, Caspar got 3. Caspar, who rolls the least amount of dice, did the most damage. So that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's by the time AJ's done with it, it'll be about a quarter of the way dead. That's not awful. So here's the question. Does AJ pump up? So AJ, you have 3 spells, and I know you don't know the game, and we'll help you out with this. You can attack, which your attack is a 2. You'd roll 2d6, and you need to hit on a 4 or above. So you'd probably do 1 point of damage, mathematically. Or you can use your, you may as well just do your ice bolt. That's your big spell, AJ. You have 3 spells, which I can. So you do have 3 spells. Let me bring them up here. So if you look up at the top, they're on the right-hand side. You have Poison Stream, which you would roll 5 dice versus 2 enemies. And I'm going to assume we can use that where you can do that on Lost. It's kind of it's supposed to hit 2 individuals. You can bump up someone's armor by 3. Or you can roll, which I'm thinking, chat, help me with this. He just does Ice Bolt right now. This is his big hit. You only get to cast your spell once, but it does, you will roll 8 dice. And again, and you hit on a 4 or above, so mathematically you're going to do 4 points of damage. I think this is what we just do, right, chat? We just do the big one? Yeah. So let's just, AJ, roll 8d6 for us, please. I'm going to actually bring open your tray, because this will be our biggest attack of the evening, probably. Well, until I roll 10. And hopefully I roll low. Let me get rid of the code. Ice Bolt sounds sick. Yeah, so it's just, so just do it. It's just and it's salt. Here we go. Ooh, dude, great hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. That's great, dude. Good. So you hit for 5. So he is down to 28. That is not bad, guys. Okay, he's gonna go now. But that was a good round. He's almost he's like at a third of the way taken out. Granted, we've used our biggest spell, but not a bad start. Here he goes. Okay, I'm rolling 10. And another thing, AJ, how this works in regards to damage, we spread out how we want the damage to work, and everybody has 2 points of armor. I'll explain how that works in a second. So this is not gonna be just like direct damage. We have ways to mitigate this, and he only hits on a 5 or above, so he's pretty weak with this. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. I hit for 3. Again, we need someone to take the damage. Somebody has to take a point of damage, or we're taking 12 points of damage. So, or like, try their armor on the first one, see if it goes through or not, and then try their armor on the next one. Okay, so Akihiro's taking a point of damage, so there's 1. Do we want Sarjessica? So we have 2 more points of damage to deal with. We can use our armor. It makes the most sense for Sarjessica to at least take 1 and see if their armor can block it. And it makes the... Or do you want to take both of them and just see how you do, Sarjessica? How are you feeling about the damage intake? How armor works, everybody has 2 points of armor. And you roll whatever is lower, the incoming amount of damage or your armor score. So if you have an armor of 5 and you take 2 points of damage, you would only roll 2. Caspar took 1 and took a point of damage. So Tasha is down to 6. Yeah, well, I block 1. Okay, so Caspar rolled the dice, but it looks like Caspar failed. So you just need to roll 1 dice. It looks like Mike Caspar went ahead and took 1 point of damage. So Mike, go ahead and roll. You're just taking 1 then. So Morgan took the automatic one. Caspar took, and then Mike, that is a cocked 5, but it's close enough. That is a 5. And then Sarjessica blocked his. You have to roll 4, 5, or 6. I'll use the armor next round. No problem. So that was a round. We're back. So we're back up. That was a quick round. Boom. Back into the next round. Who wants to go first? Let's just go in the same order we went last time. I think Mike went first. So Mike, let's see what you got. And it is nice to have, because if we need Lord Taekwon to do another magic spell, then it's a good thing to do. But come on. Here we go. You hit on a 4 above, I believe, correct? Yes. So you hit 3. Good job. All right. Down another 3. Down to 25. Like I said, we're doing pretty good here. Knock on wood. After that, I think Akihiro went next. So Morgan, that is you. So let's see what Akihiro does. So everyone is just laying into this dragon, and it's just kind of turning its head around. That is 2. I'll take it. Down to 23, almost halfway dead. And then Caspar, you are up. Our Buccaneer, kind of rogue swashbuckler. There is artwork for them. I should show them to you, AJ. Actually, I do not see AJ on the app anymore. Caspar rolls just 1, so we're down to 22. And then I don't see AJ on the dice app anymore. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding. Would it make more sense to roll armor first before taking the point? That way, if our armor fails, we take the point without needing to take the armor away. Yeah, I think that does make sense, AJ, and that's kind of what I was starting to say. But I think the lag on the chat, people got anxious and started rolling. Because, but yeah, I think it makes more sense where we just say, like, okay, we take 3 points of damage. Everyone says, okay, I'm going to try to block it. And if that person blocks it, and then that person blocks it, then the third person like, okay, I'll just take the point of damage. No, I think you're right, AJ. I think that does make more sense. I don't see you on the dice app, though, Age. But it is your... Oh, there you are. It is your character's turn. You can roll 2d6, because that is your fighting score. Or you can spend basically your last useful spell in this combat to roll 5 dice against it. And again, this is our spell that lets you hit two different opponents for 5 each. But I'm going to assume that you can hit 1 for 5 and then the other half of it's wasted. But yeah, you guys just start like, you just like dump ice on this salt thing. He's probably like melting a little bit. And everyone's just surrounding this thing. He's trying to, this dragon's trying to like hit with his tail and bite. And it's apparently not really used to combat because we're doing a pretty good damage against it. And it's breath blast of fire. It breathes fire though, interestingly enough. Oh yeah, AJ, I lost you again with the, you fell back off the app. I'd say use Poison Stream, sure. And he says his connection is cutting in and out. We'll give him another couple seconds here. Let's let AJ use the Poison Stream, and instead, while he's getting his connection back up, I'm just going to go ahead and roll for his just random, a normal attack, and he can do the Poison Stream next turn. Oh, there, okay, good, you're back. It's 5 dice. I don't see you on the dice app though, Age. That's why, so yeah, you're doing some poison. So you dump ice on this thing and you're like poisoning it. I'm sure you're standing in the back. Here we go. Good job. We've got 1, 2, 3. All right. It is down to 19. It is its turn to attack now. And it's, let's see, I'm rolling 10. Let's see what happens here. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh crap. Don't count that one. I didn't do it right. 9, 10. There we go. Which was nice because that would have been a hit now that I think about it. But here we go. So it's down to 19. You guys are pumped all your offensive magic into it already. And it's angry. And it's not angry enough. 3 points of damage again. I think AJ was right. We should just say who wants to take... So we have 3 points of damage to divvy out. Odds are if you're taking 2 points of damage, you will take 1 point. So I think Mike already said Sir Jessica should take both of them because Sir Jessica hasn't taken any. Well, Sir Jessica hasn't taken any damage. You want to keep our health points as even as possible, because then if someone goes down to lower than everyone else, we have to spend more money to get everybody else back up. So it's best if everyone's pretty close. But Morgan's says they'll take 2. Mike earlier said that they'll take 2. How are you all feeling in regards to that? Because currently Aki's 1 down on Sir Jessica. Yeah, let's do, so we'll do Akihiro takes 1, Jess takes 2. Mike, let's have you start, because you're taking 2, and if you block both of these, then Akihiro has to take the point of damage. You blocked both of them, Akihiro takes the point of damage. So now we need to lean into Akihiro needs to go first with their armor, and then, or whoever goes first with their armor, or I guess by this point, Sir Jessica takes all of it. Because we want to lower her health to be equal to everyone's, so we go back up. Again, that's just the way I'm thinking frugally. It's that time of year, and I'm showing my inner Scrooge. It's time to attack. Let's just go in the same order we went last time. Mike, you are up. So again, Sir Jessica now kind of moves in front, making sure she takes the Dragon's Wrath. After this next attack. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 15. I think this thing's going down in one more round, guys. That puts us up to... She does a massive cleave into its neck, leaving an opening for Akihiro. Also, Akihiro and Sir Jessica are having a little, like, love interest thing going on. There's some connection going on as Akihiro kind of shivs it up under the wing. Actually, probably not. That sounds like something Tasha would do, the Buccaneer, getting that little hit in on there. Down to 13. That puts us down to Caspar, the Buccaneer, who's obviously going for the sneak attack. Probably covering around on a flank, sneaking in the shadows. Let's see what you got, Caspar. Holy crap. Yeah, big time sneak attack. That was 4 points of damage. And then comes Ding Dong Lord Qui-Gon. I think, did I do the math right? Was that 14? Or was that 13? I think it's at 9. You're going to try to bonk it on the head with your crude blade. AJ, you roll 2d6. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, right? Caspar has a tendency of rolling like the best in all of our games, I feel. Hey! It turns out that like Tasha like did such damage like right underneath its wing that an opening is created. Lord Qui goes, nailed it, and says it before he even hits him. But does another 2 points of damage. It is down to 7. Like I said, I read this online. People were like, they were so overconfident after this fight that they could walk through the game, and then some town's guard just like TPK'd them. So this will be nice. This is a good getting our feet back underneath us episode before we make our way left into Salt Dad. Great. Okay, we are going back. It is going now. This will be its last turn. We've decided Sir Jessica's probably going to take all the damage, but we'll see if it's a whole lot. It needs to roll on a 5 or above hits. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 again. Now we really hope... I guess you can roll these in... I don't know. What do you think? Is it nerfing the game too much? Because I'm already being pretty cheap about this. Just take a point of damage. We're fine. Should you roll for your armor separately and just see how you're doing? Because if you block the first two, it's like, okay, I'm going to let the third one in. Or do you just roll all 3 at once and then hope one of them fails? That's my question to you. We're killing this thing next round. But that is... I'll leave that up to you guys. If that's nerfing it a little bit too much, just seeing... If Mike rolls all of his individually and then knows he has to let the last one in, or if he just rolls and just sees what happens. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys have a really good insight score and you're like, this dragon really has some issues, and if he doesn't see someone bleeding, he's going to use his breath weapon. Jess can take 2. So Jess can take 2 of the 3, Mike? Okay, so go ahead and roll the 2, Mike. And let's see what you got. Again, a roll of a 4, 5, or 6 blocks the damage. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, you're 100%, Mike. 100%. You, one of the points of damage automatically goes through. Thank you, Mike. Because again, how armor works, it's whatever's lowest. Your incoming damage or your armor score. We had 3 incoming damage, and we have an armor score of 2, so we can only roll 2. So you did take 2 points of damage. One went through automatically, and then another one you failed to block. So you're down to 6. So everyone's down to 6. And now, this is what I like to do on the last rounds. Everybody roll your dice. And we're going to just everybody roll what you need to roll, and I'll check it in a second. But this is like our last like all-out assault on the dragon. AJ, you get a roll too. It looks like Mike rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got AJ misses. Is probably already dead and hit the ground by the time AJ was swinging. We've got Caspar and Morgan. Okay, cool. That's kind of fun that I was able to screenshot where those little pop up, so I don't have to keep going to your dice trays. Yeah, you guys killed it. Sorry, Final Fantasy. Okay, let's go. We won. Yay! That's it. That's all the spoilers I know for this game. 841. You drop to your knees in exhaustion. The battle is won, and you are triumphant. Feel free to take the dragon head as a memento of your glorious struggle. We did a thing! Everyone's excited. We did a thing! You eagerly sift through the dragon's treasure. Although much of it is merely bones, you still manage to find 1,000 silver, a glittering necklace, which is a charisma +2, and a freaking longsword fighting 2. If we would have done this a while ago, granted we don't have anything that helps with survival, this would have been a lot different experience. I don't know. Would it have? Survival's been the thing that's been killing us. But I do feel if we were getting a +1 in combat with that fighting longsword, charisma checks we typically make. But this is exciting. So we got a dragon head. I'm going to keep reading and then we will... what? I found something else cool. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. This was a mighty battle. Ooh! Choose a party member and roll 2 dice. If the result is higher than their fighting skill, raise their fighting skill by 1 point. Okay. Do we choose someone with a low fighting skill to increase their fighting skill, or our best fighter? And then there's also some more fun stuff. Okay, we got a lot of stuff to do. This is exciting. This is... Yay! This game's being nice to us. Peering deeper into the chamber, you can make out where the dragon came from. It has dug a tunnel under the mountains that looks like it is so long it might go all the way to Drake Hollow in the north. If you wish to follow this tunnel, turn to Drake Hollow 33. We have found a way out of this book. That's pretty cool. That goes to the north. That is where all the mage people are. That's where Lord Taekwon is from. That's where we can get the Golem information. So we do have a way to go to a new book. Let's not do that because I don't own that book currently. But that's pretty awesome. If you dare not enter that strange land or do not have the book, you must return to the mine left at 135. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's math the fighting stuff here. Okay, so it says roll 2d6, and we want that roll to be underneath. Wait, the roll higher than the fighting skill. So, Sir Jessica's fighting skill is 5. I'm just going by the skill because like that would make no sense because like it's like if it's a 6, it's like okay, we throw our sword to the ground and then it's automatically a 5. So we're going to say her fighting skill is 5. Akihiro's is 4. That's pretty good. Taekwon is guaranteed, which that yeah, Taekwon's pretty good. He only fails throwing 2 ones exactly. I know that, and Tasha's 3, but I think, I mean, Tasha's 3. But yeah, I think we may be right because Taekwon, again, he has 2 combats. Oh, he has 3. He has that armor one, which honestly hasn't proved to be that amazing. But just like, yeah, do we want Taekwon to have? Do we want it to be Taekwon? Should it be Taekwon do it? Yeah, how are we feeling about this, guys? I agree with you all though that Taekwon or Tasha are probably the better candidates for this. This is fun. This is another fun way to like level up characters. What I do appreciate about this game is I feel like each session they do throw some new kind of fun little mechanic or game into it or something like that. Giving it to Taekwon makes him more versatile. Yeah, I think so too. So AJ, roll 2d6, and if you roll, oh, you're not on the stupid app again. If you roll Snake Eyes, we're gonna be really mad at you because, and we already know what Snake Eyes looks like because we already fought the freaking Yuan-Ti snake-headed people last session. So okay, we're doing good here. Okay, here's AJ. Don't roll 1. Okay, thank you, AJ. I feel like we should get a freaking bonus for that. All right, well, Taekwon's up to a 3. I think I can update it. I think it's, yeah, nice. 3. Okay, so we have, so I know, right? I feel like anyone could have gotten that. That's great. But I think we were right to make that choice. And we do have a sword that we can give him, which will bump up his fighting skill to 4. Because he currently is the only one not using a weapon right now. So we're going to give one of our iron swords to Lord Taekwon. And because someone else is getting that still the steel longsword. So Taekwon's fighting score is actually going to go up to 4 now because he was armed with a crude blade, which all that did was let him roll without a disadvantage, basically. So who should take the longsword? Whoever takes the longsword, which should, I mean, do we give to Tasha? I wanted to say maybe Tasha to bump up Tasha, but sometimes when we do the team checks, like who are your 2 best fighters, we always just kind of put Akihiro and Sarjessica together. So who do we want their fighting score to increase by 1? That's basically that's basically the question, and that comes down to AJ says he overcompensated. He got scared. Thank you. It's okay. Sometimes you have to overcompensate. Yeah. What are we feeling? Yeah. What are we feeling about who gets that weapon? Give it to Akihiro. Okay, that puts Aki up to a 6. So I gave Lord Taekwon the iron sword with a fighting of 1. I'm going to give Akihiro the, what is this? This is a steel. Oh, and the next question is, while I'm updating our character sheets, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just updating our inventory. Oh, and we have a dragon head. I'm going to let, oh, it doesn't matter really. But so I'll give the dragon head to someone. I'm sure that's going to come up, that dragon head, somewhere. Steel longsword +2. That's awesome. So that is going to give Akihiro a fighting score of 6, which is awesome. And then we're going to have, now we do have the glittering necklace. Question. So here's the question. Like, do we wear... Sarjessica is our most charismatic. She has 6 charisma because she already has a brooch. We could bump that charisma up to an 8. Akihiro is just not very nice and friendly. Tasha's, we could bump... It's got to be Tasha or Sarjessica. Those seem to make the most sense. Which ones? Yeah, AJ, I wish I could show you the... What are we on? We're at 841. I'm going to show you age just so you can see our... we're at 841. Just what our characters look like. I love this old black and white art. While we're talking about it. So this is Tasha. That's our Buccaneer. That's who Caspar is playing. Amelia Pasadena was one of my favorites, and she died. She had like a tragic story. She's like a druid. She was like the half-sister of like royalty, and she was a half-sister of Sarjessica. So we have Sarjessica. She's our knight. There's Lord Taekwon, who's like a total ding-dong. But we needed a mage, so that's it. We got Lord Ding-Dong. So that's who you're playing. He's like such a dweeb. His backstory, and they all have like backstories that are connected in the story as well. Is that all of our characters? Oh, and here we go. On the left is Akihiro. This is Akihiro of Chalice, and he's pretty cool too. I like Akihiro. So those are our characters that we're playing. Just so you know. Anyway, I wasn't able to put the artwork into all of this other stuff that we currently have on this page. So I do like to. It's a good touchstone to look back at and see. Can you carry more than one brooch? I don't think you can. I don't think these things stack super well. I don't think you can. I think you can only have one of each item, to answer your question there, Tasha. So you could... Oh, you probably want to give the brooch. So Sarjessica and Tasha both have brooches, which are giving them a charisma +1. So it's basically just comes down to who gets the +2 to their charisma. We can make them equal with 6 each, or we can pump up Sarjessica where she has the most charisma. There are team checks in this game, AJ, where you choose the 2 best at a particular skill, and they both roll. That's the team check. So that's where we're always trying to level a lot of these things out. And Tasha is typically are best at stealth and second best at everything else. I think that's true. Like survival, everything. Like Tasha's our jack of all trades. So yeah, who should we give this this necklace to, which will increase the I'm gonna make sure to give us our 1,000 silver, 1,210. Glittering necklace, and then the dragon head. I'll give the dragon head to Sir Jessica. I'm just put it in her inventory. We can carry 10 things each, so currently not much of an issue. Dragon head. Oh, and we also got a code as well. I'm just scrolling up here real quick. Dragon head. Oh, dragon head has a memento. Okay. And then we gain code A27. All right. Dragon head. Sir Jessica. Anyone saying it? Can you carry? No one's answering me yet on the who should use the necklace to get the +2 charisma. Dragon head taking as much space as a brooch is pretty funny. Yeah, it's again, it's yeah, it's kind of like Grimmscar in that way. It's like, this is it. It's just, the game's great. I appreciate the simplicity of the game, but there's still strategic decisions. It's just, you can carry 10 things. And there's also like the magic vault that you can find at the inn, that if you put something in it, you go to another inn, it's magically at that one. And they're just kind of helping you streamline some things. And I appreciate that. Just for the +2. That's where we're going. Okay, Jess gets a +2. So we will give Akihiro gets a dragon head. And then Jess will take the +2. And this is a glittering necklace. And remember, we can sell these things too a lot of the time. It's good. Actually, we would have been taxed for both of these items we just picked up. We would have been taxed $200 for this. So good thing we did that first. So, whoa, hit my mic. Glittering necklace, charisma +2 for Sir Jessica. So her charisma is currently pretty darn high with an 8. That's nice. And we just gained A27 for our code. Great. A27. All right, we are up to date. Also, we need to take, I'm going to write notes of that there is a salt mine, dragon at bottom, tunnel to Drake Hollow. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming we can also take ships off of the map, but we found a tunnel through these mountains. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about that. We still got like 10-ish minutes. Let's make our way back to Salt Dad. 10 to, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Let's try to make our way back to Salt Dad. We did everything, right? Okay. This turned out really well. We should go to a market and just see if we can get anything else. Because again, like I said, it's like, okay, if we had those swords, that would have helped. But man, if we just had a little bit better survival skills. We do have good survival. We've just sadly rolled poorly when we really needed it. So we were returning to the surface. You step off the lift to the top of the mine. If you have code A1, god dang it, do we have code A1? Turn to 722. I can't remember if we have A1 or not. The steak sauce. Whoops, wrong button. This button. Ooh, whoops. I need to scroll on our little sheets there. We do not have A. There we go. That's better. We do not have A1. So make our way onwards. You are leaving the salt mines. The only way to go is in a southerly direction. I guess we're going to Salt Dad, right? Are you guys good with this? Can Tasha have a brooch on each lapel? Is the dragon head tiny or are the brooches enormous? That's a good question. Maybe they are just really, really big brooches. Okay, Salt Dad, where it all began. Well, this has been a fun... I mean, after last session, it was such a gut punch. The previous session, we lost a character. The following session, we had like a TPK, basically. And it was just based on unlucky rolls. So this has been nice. He says this as we return to the place where we were held prisoner and horrible things happened. Okay. You're traveling on the Great West Road, the western branch of a magnificent highway made in the elder times. The entire road is raised on a bank of earth some 20 feet high. That's pretty cool. And great sand dunes have piled up over the years on either side. It is busy with traffic and with flatulent dragon yaks. That sounds like a band for like a high school, like a high schooler's band. Flatulent dragon yaks. Hauling many tons of goods in massive wagons between the great cities of the valley. To the north, the stone walls act as a barrier between the consuming deserts of the south and the mysterious and powerful nation of Drake Hollow. We know how to get there. We can go west to Saltad, or... oh, go east to Lutnesh, north to the salt mines, or go south to the Withered Steppes. We've already talked to the caravan drivers. So Imagine Dragons cover band. There we go. We got the dragon head. Okay, we don't want to go to the Withered Steppes, right? We don't know. Okay, Mike is confirming this. Salt Dad, it is. No, don't listen to Avery and go to the Withered Steppes. Okay, here we go. Going back in. Salt Dad. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of places to go here. And if you also remember as well, we do have, and I feel like we may have met up with it. We did meet up with them. We tried to help them in their heist. We met some like kind of like renegade like thieves guild kind of thing, and we tried to help them on a thing and failed. Okay, Saltad is a city of tumble-down mud brick houses clustered into claustrophobic alleyways. Above these ragtag structures stands a half-collapsed palace, a minareted masterpiece. Minareted? I think I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't think I'm saying it right. That has seen better days. Amidst the squalor, there is wealth to be found, for Salt Dad produces the major export of the valley, rock salt, chiseled out of the winding mines to the east of the city. I need to write down in the mines, salt for ships. That was the other thing I wanted to write down. So in the salt mines, remember it said, do you want to get salt for your ships? The Great West Road runs through the heart of the city, once a paved highway, now a poorly maintained tumble of stones, which nonetheless allows white places, inns, slave markets, and other services the city is famed for. Okay, I lied. I had one, the Mines of Moria, exactly. I have one more spoiler. I won't say it. I just read this passage, like, oh yeah. A constant chatter of voices is heard at all times, for Salt Dad never closes its places of business, even in the dead of night. So we still got about 15-ish minutes, or wherever we hit a good stopping point here. Find an inn, which we could go to an inn and spend 20... I guess actually we could spend 120 to get both of our spells back and all of our health back. Is that worth doing just like right now off the top, just doing that and taking care of that so we don't... Anyway, an inn. We can go to a marketplace, which we've got money. Visit the slave market. I have yet to do that. Visit the palace. I don't know if we want to do that. Head to the barracks of the Bronze Guard. We do have poison to kill them. The Everchild gave us this poison, which Tasha has. She's probably going to be the one who has to... I'm not sure how safe I feel in Salt Dad. I know, Mike. I know. Track down the local Thieves Guild. We can do that. We did do that, and we failed, but maybe they have a new quest for us. Visit the Temple of Cursus. Visit the Temple of Kalu. I don't think we did either of those. Explore the city. We may have done that. Head west along the road. Head east. Head south into the desert. Heal up at the inn and then shop. Yep, that's where everyone... that seems to be the wise choice. So let's do that. Let's head to the inn. I don't even think we've been to the inn. I feel like we escaped and literally, if memory serves, we talked... We may have gone to the marketplace. We talked to the Thieves Guild and we pieced out. Yeah, here we go. You find lodging at a large inn, the Iron Crown, which serves coffee and warm beer in a courtyard surrounded by rentable rooms. For every 5 silver, you recover health. Yep, spellcasters, yep. During your stay, you ask about the nearby landmarks. The Black Wall is a place... Ooh, is the Black Wall the place in the desert? Is that the thing we have yet to hear about? The Black Wall is a place of ill reputation, confines a serving wench. No one knows why it was built or what it's walling off, since it's easy to go around it. Still, those who become obsessed with it tend to disappear, never to be seen again. It's frightening stuff. Okay, so that's the Black Wall. That's the thing to our south. What do I say? No one knows. And it is kind of funny. It's like, there's a wall. You can just walk right around it. It doesn't do anything. But there's the Black Wall. People disappear. People are obsessed. It said people are kind of obsessed with it. So, people obsessed. All right, there we go. Now we learned some more things. So we will spend our 120. I hit my microphone again. For Christmas, I want one of those little like attachments that it hangs from. It's currently just precariously stacked on board games. Black Wall sounds fun. Yeah. Yeah, just like everything else. I mean, again, after Grimscar, it's like, yeah, the desert's not too bad. Okay. So I'm going to spend 120, which is going to knock us down to 1,090 silver. Not too bad. Gonna bump up our health to max. We have all of our spells back. Poor Tasha's at 7 max. And then Lord Taekwon. Okay, great. All right, let's see what we got here. Back to 75. Here we go. And then we want to hit the marketplace, I think is what Caspar is, which makes sense. Here we go. And this is all the fun stuff we can buy. Is there more? Ooh, a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to be needing to scroll back and forth a few times. I think we were here before, actually. There's an iron great axe. Oh, we can't buy it. We can only sell it. I'm trying to see if there's anything. So the left column is what we can buy. Oh, man, a steel greatsword, fighting 3. We have nothing that's going to improve our fighting. Hide armor. We can improve our armor. Like, everybody could get hide armor, and everyone's armor would go up by 1. And that would cost us, it's 70, so 280 of our 1,090. Not the worst thing in the world. But we do have other things. Let's scroll over here. Ooh, soft boots, stealth +1. That's 500. That's probably not worth it. A warm cloak. That's survival +1. That's 500. I mean, that's so much money. And a pry bar, which we could have used at one point, trying to open that window. I think Akihiro was like hanging from a rope and smashing it with the hilt of his sword and was unable to get in. So that's all we really have. Let's see if we can sell anything. Crude blade. We don't really have anything to sell because we keep dying. And we don't, and we've already kind of sold everything that we have. Yeah, the pry bar. I agree, Morgan. So should we just do like hide armor for everyone and a pry bar? Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. And that's only going to be, was that 380? Yeah, 380 minus 1,090. So that's going to put us to, what, 710? Correct me if I'm wrong. I did that pretty fast for me. But that's great, right? So let's get some hide armor. Hide, that's going to go +1. Whoops. Okay. Hide. 710 sounds right. Okay, thank you, Mike, for clarifying that for me. I'm just writing down a bunch of hide for everyone. And again, when you all do need to look at what is in your inventories, let me know. I can drag your character, the little stats that you're looking at there on the sheet. I can drag it around and show you, but right now I don't think it really matters. Just getting hide. Everybody currently has, except Lord Taekwon, is carrying 5 things. Lord Taekwon has 4 things in their inventory. Okay, there we go. 3. We're going to give the crowbar to Tasha. Does that make sense? Because she's the rogue? I think that makes sense. The pry bar. All right. There we go. Oh, we can sell a crude blade. Or should we just hang on to it? It doesn't... can we sell it? Let's see. We can sell it for 10. Who cares? We'll hang on to it just in case if somebody loses their weapon. We do... Lord Taekwon has their crude blade. Again, that just prevents us from having a penalty when rolling. Can Taekwon carry Aki's old sword? Yes, yeah, Taekwon, yes, I already did that, Caspar, good call. But yeah, that is why, oh, shoot, I'm glad you said that, because I have not updated the stat for that, which is a 4. Yes, I gave it to him, but I never bumped up his stat for the weapon. Thanks for mentioning that. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm going to just kind of bump this up a little more so we can see. Yeah, look at this. What a fun session for us. Yay. Isn't it +1? Yes. The other brooch? Yeah, did I not? The other brooch. What do you mean, the other brooch? Pry bar to Tasha. Isn't it +1? Yes, correct. What does the other brooch mean? Tasha is currently wearing a brooch, and Sir Jessica is wearing a brooch. So Sir Jessica has a +3 to her charisma score, and Tasha has a +1 to her charisma score. Didn't we have to? Yeah. Tasha and Sir Jessica both have a brooch that you can't wear 2. You can only wear 1 each. I'm pretty sure you can't double up items. I think. I say. Anything else? We could sell our poison for 25. Why would we do that? Because the Everchild gave it to us to kill the town guard here, which we don't want to do. Okay. We earned a third from the dragon. Brooch? We got a necklace from the dragon. Yeah, we got the glittery necklace from the dragon. Yes, Jessica has a brooch. Jessica has a brooch and a glittering necklace. Tasha has a brooch. Sorry, just trying to figure out what's the. But yeah, I haven't changed that at all. They've both had the brooches this whole time. Yeah, let me know in the chat what's going on. Where do we go from here? Jess is blinging out. No kidding. Where are we going now? Let's go back to 75. Oh, were you trying to buy another brooch? Yeah, we can't stack them though. And I feel like Taekwon is out of 1. God, Akihiro's out of 1. Yeah, that's no need to stack. That's just garbage. Okay. What are we feeling here? Slave market. Are we done in salt? So let's see what we have left here. If there's anything we want to do, go to the slave market, visit the palace, barracks of the Bronze Guard, Thieves Guild. There's the Temple of Curses, Temple of Kalu. Explore the city. Those are things we could do once we are done in Saltad. But are we done in in Saltad, or are we moving on from Saltad? What are you guys feeling in regards to that? Is there something else we want to do while we're here? Mike is very scared to be here. Jess is very blinged out and calling attention to herself. Do we want to do anything else? Again, these are our options. Slave market, palace, barracks. I don't think we're ready to kill. I think we can kill the Bronze Guard off before we attack the city. That's one of the things we want to do before we attack the city with the armies that we don't have, is kill off the Bronze Guard. But I'm not ready for that yet. Mike is done with Saltad. He's scared. Caspar, AJ, Morgan, how are y'all feeling about the other possibilities of Thieves Guild, which I felt like we tracked down and failed, and maybe we'll have a new thing. There's these 2 temples, or explore the city. Again, Mike is still done with this and ready to move on. Okay, we move city. Caspar's good too. That's 2. Let's see if we got. Okay, I think that's 2. That's basically half of us. Unless I see something in the next couple seconds, we will start heading west along the road to 511. Let's go. Okay, let's go. All right. So what would we do if Barry is usually here playing? He said something. He actually just texted me. He said something's going on with his wife. He's trying to help her with something. Would AJ, moving west sounds good, roll the enemies, and I just kind of narrate the DM? I think that's what I would probably do if we have 5 people. So I think I'm happy with that. But I do love the fact that we currently do have that. Did we get AJ? Yes, we got AJ spells back. I paid the extra 100 for it. So we're heading west. But I do like the fact that before the channel, if it expands more than this, that we have this core little group to at least do this book together. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys playing along with us all over the world, because we have Caspar out in Germany very early in the morning. Okay, here we go. The sun crawls over the horizon, spreading a gray haze across the boundless desert. You are pleased to be raised above the sands on a built-up highway, even if the road itself is in dreadful condition. To the east, the crowded city of Saltad beckons. No, it doesn't. Its decaying palace looming over it like a gnarled hag. Ooh, another random encounter. Morgan, did you roll the last one? I feel like you did. Mike, I think you're up to roll a d6. And if you roll a 1 or 2, we turn to 666. That's ominous. Okay, you rolled a 6. So 219. Where do you wish to go? Okay. You never know. It's good or bad. We don't know what those mean. Continue west along the road. South towards the Black Wall, which we heard about. Northwest into the Salt Plains. East to Saltad. Southwest to the Tumblestones. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I'm assuming we want to go to the city, learn some information, raise an army. You guys are scared of the desert, aren't you? And all the scary places in the desert. Is that what's happening? Mike says 12, which is continue west along the road. Mike is a little fearful. This desert put the fear of God. I'm super scared of the wilderness. 12, says Morgan. Because poor Morgan's the one who has to roll the... Morgan has to roll all the survival checks for us, so it always kind of falls on her shoulders. I prefer to stay in the Hampton Inns. That's true. Okay, let's go west. Let's go west. Ooh, here we go. More random things. You're making your way across the West Road, an ancient highway built up to resist the burying sands of the valley. Travelers and soldiers pass intermittently, making their way between the cities of Saltad and Clifftop. Okay, we're halfway. This is Caspar. You are up to roll the D6. More kind of random stuff. Okay, so we have a 1 and 2 goes to one place, a 3 goes to a place, or 4, 5, 6 goes to a different place. So Caspar, roll us a 1d6 and let us know where we're going. And then whenever we get to wherever we're getting, we will pause there for the night. 2, all right, 466. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this looks bad. Sandstorms are common here. God dang it. We just can't catch a break, guys. The wind whipping up sand that feels like stinging hornets on your flesh. If you have the spell Nature Ward... I feel like we did. Was that the one that our one character had that she never used? No, we had like a Speak with Animals spell that we had. At least we aren't in Grimscar, we say as we die. And wish to cast it, we don't. If you have code A19... I don't think we do. Let's see here. I can just do it this way. A19. We do not. Read on. The storm is becoming unbearable. Fortunately, you espy a good-sized tent through the storm made of blue canvas. Ooh, are we finding some, like, travelers? Or a genie? Desperate, you duck into the tent to avoid the storm. Inside is a priest, give us a healing spell, wearing embroidered blue robes. He is initially startled but begins to relax when you assure him that you mean him no harm. His name is Kapu, and he's a priest of Kalu, the god of time and harvest. Ooh, Caspar, what did you get us? He offers you shelter and bids his slaves provide you with wine and food. Well, now I feel a little bad. Any party member who wishes to eat and drink can gain a health point. Well, we don't need it, so let's not eat and drink the guy's stuff. It is rare to encounter civilized people in these parts, admits Kapu. The worship of Kalu, Kalima, has been banned by the patriarchs of Cursus, and since then we priests have lived the lives of nomads, waiting for a more tolerant ruler to let us rebuild our temples. I wonder if you might be able to help me with a problem. It depends what it is, you shrug wisely. I am attempting to translate the calendar, is this a lore thing? Of the Bandu people in the common tongue, he explains. Calendars are sacred to Kalu, you see. It is the hope of the priesthood that we can gather calendars of all the people of the world to create the great calendar. From this, we could divine the ultimate truths of the universe and predict the future. Well, if that is what you believe, you say uncertainly. That's a little catty of us. Sadly, I've hit a snag, he says. This translation book I have acquired is fake. Evidently, the author had never come across a speaker of Bando in his life. I need someone skilled in Bando to translate the symbols on this calendar I have acquired. If you already speak Bando... What the hell is Bando? Otherwise, you can attempt the translation yourself. Well, yeah, we're obviously going to try this. Bro out here trying to invent MS Outlook. Okay, so okay, I guess here's the question. This is where we'll end if here in this tent on the outskirts of town, because once we get in the town, there's going to be all this stuff opened up for us. Are we attempting to translate this or declining the strange priest? So this is going to be a lore check, obviously, which is going to be Lord Taekwon, who's pretty good at lore, and the rest of us, I think, suck. Sar Jessica is actually the third best at that one. Second best, I mean. How do we know if we speak Bando? Exactly. I mean, it could be in our character sheets. Where are we at here? I feel like we would have... That's a great question. How do we know if we're at 466? I'm looking back at our character sheet, our characters, but I think it would say, you speak Bando. Like, yeah, I've not seen anything in any of these. The only person we have not seen is Brash. And I love his scabbard, let's be honest, is just conveniently, vaguely penisy. Yeah, that's AJ. Oh, AJ's already getting that terrible roll for us. Thanks, Edge. Didn't even ask you to yet. Shoot, what was it? 466. Now I'm like, where were we? But yeah, I don't know how we would know if we spoke Bando or not. I think we'd be oh man, I'm seeing like things that I want, like spells. 466. There we go. So are we helping? Good question. How would we know if we speak Bando? Good question. AJ, good question. Then it doesn't count. Oh, whoops. Honestly, yeah, because we haven't decided, are we doing this or not? Are we translating this or no? That's the first question of the eve. Are we translating this or no? Because it may be a team check as well. I don't know. Will help. Yeah, I know. Like it's kind of hard to get to this place. I mean, it feels like we should try. I agree. The symbols on the calendar are rather representational. Perhaps you can infer their meaning. Team check. Ooh. Lore. We need 5+, a roll of 4 or above. Let us start with, just for fun, Sir Jessica. We're obviously going to use the 2 best at lore, which are the 2 characters who's above a 1. This is the one thing. Oh, that was the thing. We couldn't lower Tasha's lore score because I said we couldn't lower anything to a 0. Yeah, no, exactly. No harm in failing. We say it's probably gonna like summon a demon. So let's have Sir Jessica roll her 3. We want these to be 5 or above. We need 4 successes. We could have just spent 500 to get lore things, but that's stupid. 1 success. So AJ, why do you keep disappearing from this dice app? So yeah, there's 1. AJ is going to roll, or Lord Taekwon, I should say, is going to roll 5. We need him to get 3 rolls of 5 or above. So roll your 5 dice. We want 3 rolls of 5 or above. I mean, wait, 3 or above. Wait, what? 4 or above. Ah, crap! We missed by 1. We got 3. No, it's a 5 or above. Never mind. We failed it all. We suck. Okay, doesn't matter. It wasn't close. We failed. Okay, we're back. We're back at our normal rut. Good. We didn't succeed. If you fail, you are unable to work out the meaning. Apologize. You get some sleep whilst you can wait out the storm. Okay. It's fine. In the cool hours of the early morning, you awake, thanking Kapu and his slaves for their hospitality. Yeah, especially the slaves. Thanks, guys. Sorry. Look for me in Lawsbreath, he says. Oh, I have a house there when I'm not traveling. I'm always looking out for new exotic languages. Seek me out if you find any. Okay. You promise to pay him a visit and depart to the cool morning. Go to A19 code. Okay, that's cool. I will definitely write that out, that he is in Lawsbreath. Uh-oh, I just erased something I didn't mean to. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Okay, I erased all of our codes on accident, and I couldn't undo it for some reason. That was bad. Okay, let's get out of Kapu's, but we know in Lawsbreath, I'm writing this down in our notes, wait, did he say Lawsbreath, or, yeah, Lawsbreath. Oh, okay, so he's going to be down with the Jungle Expedition Group, the language guy. Okay, we're going to 569, which I'm assuming... You are on the west road, somewhat near Clifftop. Where do you go? West to Clifftop. I'll probably read the Clifftop entry, and then we'll call that our eve. Here it is. Oh, I love when it begins. You are in a dreadful city. You are in a dreadful city of poor mud brick and grass hovels, surrounded by weed-filled cropland. Even the most impressive buildings are little more than timber halls, sagging under the weight of their own rooftops. The local peasants are careworn and well-whipped, scarcely better dressed than slaves. This place sucks. The wealthier members of town dress less well than a Salt-Dad commoner. The dissonant bells of the church of Cursus clang out across the town. What? Did I go to the right city? Followed by dirge-like processions of rag-wearing choristers singing hymns of dull praise to their uncaring deity. Oh, that's right. Cursus is a god as well as a city. The whole rotten town is perched atop a cliff. There, if you've ever played, some say the most famous of all like major campaigns, the Warhammer Death on the Reich. There is a city that kind of looks like that. It's run by this like Italian guy like named Luigi or something. This artwork is really reminding me of that. Okay, sorry, I digress. The whole rotten town is perched atop a cliff, some 50 or so feet tall, and yet this is a port city. A gigantic cargo crane leers over a thin and precarious path to the wooden harbor below, where at least some signs of life and love can be heard from the cluster of taverns that serve the sailors. And here we go. This is the... So our options are for next session, Marketplace. Yeah. Marketplace, Slave Market, the King's Hall, the Harborside Taverns, the Church of Cursus. Cursus apparently sucks. The Dockyard, explore the city. So yeah, I've got a lot of places to go here. That's not love chat. No, that's sounds like the brothels. So anyway, that was it. AJ, yeah, lots to do here. But yeah, we're back in it. We're feeling good. We've made some rolls. We've failed some things, but we've got more money. We've got our health back. We got a dragon head. And next Thursday, we'll pick up same time, 6 o'clock, my friends. AJ, thanks so much for joining. And as always, Morgan, Mike, Caspar, thank you for being a part of this. On to better things. Thank you so much, my friends. And I gotta find the right app. Okay, a minute. I need to have it set up better next time. Okay, until next time. Oh no, Save versus BS right at the end. Check out Save versus BS's stuff. My video froze, but my mic didn't. He had a really great video called for DMs. It was called Stop Telling Stories, Start Asking Questions. Great advice to a DM. But yeah, sorry to miss you, man. We were just now closing out. But check out Say versus BS. Really great stuff. And I just kind of binge listen to it while I'm driving. Back same time Thursday, 6 o'clock. Until then, stay dorky, my friends.